You never know who you're going to meet at a Garden Writers Conference, and this year I was delighted to meet the plant breeder who's introduced several new exciting Echinacea cultivars. And joining me now is Arie Blom from the Netherlands. Arie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I find the process of plant breeding very interesting, and I was wondering if you could share that with our viewers.
Sure. When I start breeding, I first set my goal, what I want to achieve. And for example, I want to have a pink double flower and a short, compact or whatever. And then I choose my parents that I have in my gene bank.
Okay.
I have a collection of all kinds of different plants which I can combine. And so I pick two plants, a mother and a father, and I make a hand pollination.
Okay.
Then I get a few seeds which I saw in indoors in my greenhouse, and I plant the plants in the fields, and they will flower as a seedling within a year.
Okay. And then once the plants have grown up a little bit and flowered, what are some of the characteristics you start to look for in those plants?
Yes, well then I go back to my plan. So if the plan was a compact, sturdy plant, floriferous, then I look for those types in my population.
Okay.
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. If it's there, then that's great. If it's not there, sometimes I can do a back cross or something else, or another cross.
For our viewers, a back cross is when you take that plant and cross it back with one of the parents.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, why don't we take a look at some of the plants that you've introduced recently and some of your new varieties?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Our first introduction was Pink Double Delight. This is a pink double flower Echinacea. I have to excuse the quality of the flowers. They have been indoors for a couple of days, and that's why you see a light halo around the center of the flower.
Okay.
But in the garden it will be completely pink. The flower is double, and that is caused by growing out of the disc flowers.
Okay.
A classic cone flower has a circle of ray flowers and a cone, and the cone consists of disc flowers. And in this case, the disc flowers have grown out into little trumpets.
Okay, and that's what's producing all the little petals around the outside.
Exactly.
And it gives it a beautiful effect.
And sometimes the disc flowers grow out like petals. So you have different shapes.
A little variation on that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, let's look at the next cultivar.
So then I was trying to get a white double, and I made the cross, and in that population there were a few whites, one of which was coconut lime, which you are holding right now.
Okay.
The cone is in the garden is lime green, and this is more green than it will get in the garden, but it has been indoors, and indoors these cones will turn green. But in the garden it will be lime green.
And again, this is a double with those trumpet-shaped disc
Right.
flowers.
Quite sturdy trumpets, as you can see.
Very, very.
So it will last forever.
We have this growing in our studio garden. It's beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
great. It's a great plant. It has sturdy stems, and also you actually can cut some flowers for in the vase. They will last for quite a while.
Excellent, excellent. And this is one of your newer introductions, is
Yes,
that right?
exactly. This is Meringue. This is a very compact plant with white flowers, quite large for its height, for its plant height, and it's very branching.
Yeah, there's
so you
a
will
lot of.
keep on getting flowers forever.
You could see some of the young buds down here.
Yeah, indeed. So it's way more compact than coconut lime. This will get about 40 centimeters in your garden, and coconut lime about 70 centimeters.
Okay, so good for the smaller garden.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Or for in pots.
Okay, that's another good use. This is a really fun cultivar.
Yeah, this was amazing when we found this one. We were very excited about this one. We call this hot papaya.
Okay.
It's an orange flower, as you can see. The lighter petals are caused by lack of light That's
Up at the top.
yeah.
Okay, they're usually more of this dark
They are
orange.
completely orange in the garden.
And these have the more petal-like disc flowers that you were
Exactly,
talking about.
exactly.
This is beautiful. This is the first really dark orange cultivar that I've seen.
Right. Yeah, this is the first double orange Echinacea.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It is not the first orange Echinacea, as you may know.
Right.
That credit goes to Jim Ault from the Chicago Botanical Gardens.
This one has that deeper, almost reddish color to it. It's beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Now, you mentioned a little bit about the parent plants, and in Oklahoma, these native Echinaceas grow native.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There are about 9 species, and some of them are rare, and some of them are extremely rare. And I've been using a couple of species, and look what I have achieved with that.
Yeah.
Just a few species, and you get all this variation. And so that's really amazing, and that wouldn't have been possible if the species weren't there. So I think it is very important that all of the species, but especially the rare species, must be conserved, and the habitat must be conserved so that the species will not extinct. I haven't seen all the species, so I don't know exactly what characters are still there that may be, you know, used for ornamental purposes, but also for other purposes like medical purposes or whatever. Those plants might be useful. So I think it is very important that these habitats are preserved for future breeding, for whatever purpose.
Absolutely, I quite agree. Well, thank you so much for sharing your plants with us today, Arie.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.